This is one of the most important things you can spend your money on in your 20s. Now, I am biased. I've been doing insurance and real estate for several years now, but this that I'm about to talk about is exactly where you should put your money in your 20s. I talk to so many people on a daily basis that have waited till they're 40 with 3 kids, and now they want to talk about life insurance, and now it's hard to put it in the budget, and now they have health issues, and tomorrow they have diabetes and things like that. And life insurance is something that when you're in your 20s, it's like, if you're like me, you're probably sitting on the weekends drinking 20 beers every weekend, really not worrying about it. But the truth is that if you can become aware and start investing your money in life insurance now, it's really going to take care of something that you're going to want it down the road. And so let's go through some reasons. So first off, your health. Every single person, most of the people in their 20s, they still have their health. And so if you still have your health, that's the number one thing you need to get life insurance policies going. Your health is going to be weighed in on height and weight, age, medications, things like that. When you're in your 20s, typically you're not on medication, typically you're healthy. All right, the second thing is you can go ahead and knock out for your future family something that you're definitely going to want to have. I didn't get married. I got married when I was 25, and luckily I already had life insurance put in place. But if you're a person that is thinking like, hey, maybe one day I want to have a kid, maybe one day I want to get married, then you definitely want to consider buying life insurance, because you can go ahead and start paying in on that. And there's term, there's cash value. I'm trying to tell you to just buy anything when you're in your 20s, because the price differences in your 20s versus your 30s, 40s, 50s is insane. So think about your future family. If you're a person that's going to have kids or get married or have anybody that's a significant other in their life, then you need to think about your future family. And when you're thinking about your future family at 20 years old, it's something that you now are 30, you're having your kids, you're having to pay bills, you've already gone to college, you've already done the debt thing. And when you get older, it's like, oh man, I don't know if I want to do that because like the power bills due. Right now, you don't have anything to worry about. There's literally no bills for you. Most of the 20-year-olds I know under 27 are still living at home. But if you're a goal-oriented or future-oriented person, you can go ahead and get that knocked out for your future family today. And not only that, but you also go ahead and learn how to pay bills. So I don't know if you guys have credit cards or where you're at with your debt situation or anything in your 20s, but a lot of times when I talk to people that are younger, they don't have any responsibility. They almost don't even know what it's like to pay a bill. They don't know, they haven't had a car payment. Their parents are paying their insurance. They've been playing sports their whole life. They don't know what it's like. So right now you can go ahead and start learning how to pay bills. Watching something get drafted out of your account each month makes you a lot more responsible and makes you really want to own in on saving and keeping the money in the bank account. So you can go ahead and start that. The second thing, or the fourth thing is that if you have co-signed on any loan, whether it's a parent, a grandparent, an uncle, a sister, a brother, if you were to pass away, what happens to that loan? It goes straight to them. They're going to owe it no matter what happens to you. So if you have life insurance, let's say you just went and financed a $50,000 car and someone co-signed with you. Let's say you just bought your first house, someone co-signed with you. I would get the life insurance for the amount of that loan at a minimum. That way, if something happens to you, you're covered. And guys, one of the most impactful things that's ever happened to me in my life is one of my friends died. It was 2019, so I was 25 years old, and one of my best friends growing up, he died. And he didn't have kids, he had a couple, maybe a loan or two or something, but luckily he didn't have everything that I'm trying to prepare you for in the future. But you think it's not going to happen, but I'm saying it does. It does happen. People die, we're guaranteed to die. That's the same old adage you've heard 100,000 times. All right, and then the last thing that I want to bring up with this is if you do invest in the cash value, think about this. When I was 22 years old, I started putting $200 a month into a cash value life insurance policy. Now I'm 31. It's been 9 years since I started that policy. Maybe 8, I forget. Maybe I started at 23. 23, it's been 8 years. And right now that policy, I've been putting $200 a month into it. It's guaranteed to pay out if I die. $100 and something thousand. It goes to my wife if I die. But at the same time, it's got about $20,000 in cash value that I could borrow against at any time. So you're making an investment into your future. You're helping your future family. You're learning how to pay your bills. You're taking care of this while you're healthy. And if anyone else has helped you in their life, don't you want to help them back if something happens to you? Guys, this is why you got to buy life insurance in your 20s. I'm so tired of hearing people put it off. Like, oh man, I can do that later. Oh man, what about, I don't even have this job yet, blah, blah, blah. buy the life insurance. Let me tell you a price difference. Matt, what's the difference in life insurance term for a 22-year-old or a 50-year-old? So 22 years old. It's $33 a month for how much coverage? For $250,000 in coverage. Some of you guys can't even imagine having $250,000 in your bank account. Imagine what that would do for your family, for your future wife, for whoever it is that you love. And then what about a 50-year-old? So 50-year-old, the same amount of coverage is $190 a month. So you can get it right now at 22 years old for a $33 a month, 30-year term for $250,000, or you can wait till you're 50 years old and pay $190. I mean, you tell me. I'm kind of going off track, but the last thing I'll say is now that I have children, it's really, sometimes I think about life insurance like I'm so glad I have this investment, but at the same time, if I can just get my children to the age of, 30 or 35, somewhere in the ballpark where I feel like they're real mature, I don't know what the world's going to be like, but somewhere where they're mature, grown, have jobs, have their own families, that's all I need this life insurance for, man. You can use it a multitude of ways, but what do I need it for? I need to make sure. I just bought myself $1 million in term this year on top of what I already have because I need to get these kids older. My kids are 3 and 1. I got to get them grown. If something happened to me in the meantime, my wife, not in a good spot. My kids, I have no idea. I want them to continue to be able to be homeschooled. I want them to, do whatever they want, and that's why I continue to buy life insurance. So guys, if you're in your 20s, consider buying life insurance.